Hey sweetheart subscribers, welcome back to my channel. GL Manwa, on a leash. Chapter 32. What? Hold on, Bear. What are you talking about? Is that really true? If the information I got was right, then I'm certain. Just how did you manage to find out about something like that? Don't delve any deeper. Anyway, your worries turned out to be right. That medic is a dangerous individual. Although it's best to ignore that woman and not get involved at all, no matter what her intention regarding Red is. It'll be difficult to do that given the medical support she provides. We'll need to put Red under supervision. Yes, however, don't go out of your way to tell Red or anyone else about this fact. It could turn into a big deal. Understood, Bear. Just how did Red get into that woman's radar? At first, I thought it was just simple interest. Just to the degree of mild pity and curiosity for the working class soldiers of other countries, which is common among officers from a good background. Can you stand, Red? Since it might be her first time ever meeting someone like Irene. Come on, let's go. Yes. Why are you like this when you're usually fine inside a tank? That's what I thought. Anyway, let's end this talk here. As you know, there's a new command from the headquarters. Bear, I'm sorry but I'm going to go check on her. Suddenly, there's no need for you to start supervising now. No, you know she is always full of surprises. I've prepared some whiskey in return. Thank you, Bear. Hey, Edge, hold on. That Edge is as tough as Red. They're truly peas in a pod. Edge must have wanted to get me out of the battlefield. If I don't go to the battlefield, I won't get injured, and in return won't have to meet that woman. She should have at least taken care of the receipt of mission first. Things didn't go as Edge wished because of the headquarters' unreasonable command to seize Jaibal back. I was assigned to the front line of guerrilla unit, fighting to reclaim the trenches we had built. The non-stop forced march continued only on the darkest and worst days when the Fok forces were reluctant to fight. Shoot, rain it all on them. How dare you be bastards? If it was the former Fok army, this kind of guerrilla tactic would have worked easily. But it was difficult to advance due to their fierce resistance each time. Area B clear. Oi, Red, you okay? Yes, sir. Pant, quickly get up and get ready to march. The most vicious unit of the Fok's 1st Infantry Division. I felt the strength of the Silver Crillery unit horribly. After a 10-minute break, we will immediately advance to the next trench. Yes, sir. Be on the lookout. Rest. Change your socks and don't step on the dead bodies. If a trench foot comes out of my unit, I'll kill you. Yes, sir. Guess I'm gonna stay up all night today as well. I wonder when we'll be able to take Jaibal back with this method. Even my body won't last at this rate. Phew. Rather than saving me, why don't you get rid of my stalker instead? I'll even give you a reward if you do that. Just what did she mean by a stalker? If it was so bad that even that woman got tired of it. Is it related to Silver Criller that came as a reinforcement? According to my colleagues, it was originally a unit that was fighting the Allied forces on the northern front. It's absurd that they would suddenly move to Jaibal, which was on the whole other side. Breaks up. Come on, move your asses and get up. We need to go to Area C before the rain stops. Prepare to move. The Silver Criller must have been moved by an officer high-ranking enough to do so. Then is that officer the stalker? But what's so special about that woman? That even the Fok's central figure would make a move. The strongest unit coming after a single medical officer. It just doesn't make sense. No, with that woman's personality, I'm sure she must have accumulated some resentment anywhere. You devils. Kill the red dog and head to heaven. Yank. Whoa. Stumble. Shoot. This damn bastard. He was hiding. Be vigilant. Everyone, lower yourself. That was close. Where's your mind at? Edge. You almost died ridiculously. You should be ashamed as a veteran of the guerrilla unit. I'm deeply ashamed. Besides, why were you hiding your ankle sprain while entering the trench earlier? What if it gets worse? It's not a big deal. What? If I whine about such a minor injury, it will hurt my pride. Is that so? This is minor. Oh, WW. It hurts, it hurts. Tight. I told you to not act tough in front of me. Huh. No matter how heavy the rain is, to think that you couldn't even notice such a sloppy ambush. Are you sure you are okay? Lately, I have a lot of things to think about. I apologize. I'll get myself together and attend to my duties next time. Huff. Just don't overdo it, please. Forget it. We need to move in 2 hours, so let's take a quick shut-eye. We're sleeping here. Why not? We hugged each other to sleep when we were small, but it's uncomfortable for you now. No, there's no way. But we usually sleep together with the other officers. We'll be sleeping here today, so stop babbling. I'm tired. I'll keep watch in an hour. Okay. It must have been very difficult because of the forced march. She has a lot to worry about in the first place, but since I'm in this state, in order to alleviate Edge's worries, I shouldn't let my mind wander and make a mistake. Yeah, once the war is over, I won't think about that woman ever again. Let's win. If we win, everything will go back to normal. Make way. It's an emergency patient. Go into the first tent. That's where they do emergency surgeries. We have a patient needing a surgery. God damn it, we don't have enough medical officers. Just lay him down over there for now. But, the bleeding. Clunk. I'll take care of him. Put him down on the operating table. Sophia, I'll leave the rest to you. Yes, sir. Slide. What's the status? A grenade dropped in front of him and this guy tried to throw it with his hand. Such a crazy thing to do. Most of the doctors who volunteer for this war often are unable to endure this devastation and appeal for their return. No matter how hard they try to save a soldier who's at death's door, they only feel miserable rather than rewarded. Because being a doctor here means patching up a dying person and throwing them out to die again. The Allied headquarters will continue to operate forcefully this time as well. These idiots volunteered to come here, riding on the propaganda of patriotism. The way they blindly believe that their devotion will save the country is just like a butterfly jumping into a fire. I jeer at them, but I don't feel sorry for them for even a single moment. But this time, I can't help but feel remorse. Even if these guys brought this upon themselves. It's really annoying to see the number of casualties increase so much more than ever before. I was wondering how strong the Fanatic squad was because everyone said they were great, but really it's just like that crazy BTCH. Who knew she would come all the way here from the other side? Even though I came to this war to die. Duval, you dare disregard the consideration of a messenger chosen by God. You're despicable, inferior BTCH. I curse you, RUCE Duval. I will burn everything around you without leaving a single trace. No matter how hard you try to protect them, you'll end up in despair at your powerlessness. You can't do anything else. I'll make sure you're the only one standing in that wreckage, miserable and alone. And even if you beg me then, I won't. I definitely can't die in that bitch's hands. I should have made sure to kill her then. I'm Captain Duval. I'm sorry for bothering you on your break, but I think you need to come out for yourself for this, Captain. Getting away from here right now would do less harm to these idiots. Again, who knew it would come back to bite me like this? Huff. A large piece of wood pierced through her right thigh, along with several scratches. Apparently she got raided while conducting an operation in the forest. Thank you for bringing her over. Yes, we will prepare for surgery now. They are even bringing her to me as they please. Right, this is all my own doing. Where and how many times did you roll this time that you ended up with such a large toothpick? This is getting more and more annoying. At first, she only came with minor injuries, so I didn't really care. Don't we see each other too often? I guess you think of me as convenient, huh? Seeing how you keep coming from time to time. You must think that treating you is easy since I can fix anything right away, but it's tiring for me if you come so often. Why is a doctor feeling so dissatisfied treating a patient? Are you sure you didn't hurt yourself on purpose to come here? Answer or I'm gonna break your nose. Oh, my nose. My nose. It's coming off. I have no reason to intentionally get hurt. Do you think guerrilla is some kind of excursion? I'm fighting on the front lines. You must be proud, doggy. Again, meeting you gives me pain where it doesn't hurt. We might get Jaibal back quickly since my doggy is working so hard. Do you want to send me home that much? Even when I asked about the strangely increasing number of casualties, she just evaded it, so I thought she was just embarrassed. Her surprisingly innocent look was a little adorable that I just treated her without thinking much of it. Doggy, just why are you like this? Slice. Half there was suddenly a raid. In the forest. I knew that. What I'm asking is something else. What do you want to know? It's clear that you've been pushing yourself these days. Even if it is a command from the headquarters, you should still act in moderation. How many times have you come with minor injuries? Are you fighting with no brain? I'm saying this because I know very well how vicious the Fox reinforcements this time are. A moment of carelessness can lead to death. Okay, fine. She's evading again. This damn doggy seems to think I'm easy. Because I treated her nicely a few times. Be a little gentle. It can't be helped. The piece is large, so just endure it. Ugh, huff, even if the number of those damn birds keeps increasing, I'll beat them all. This idiot. So, you don't need to be concerned. Do you think what you're dealing with right now is a normal fog? Okay, it's over. Well done, doggy. You can walk a bit, but you absolutely have to rest for 2 days. No matter how good your self-recovery is, if you take part in the battlefield carelessly, you might be unable to walk forever. I have a guerrilla mission tomorrow morning. I'll write a report, so don't worry about it. Get a nice sleep in this tent. There's already a shortage of personnel because of the wounded soldiers. Doggy, you are also a wounded soldier right now. Splash, the situation is currently bad. No operation has been successful by gathering up wounded soldiers. Get some rest for now. I'm different from you. I have a lot of things to protect. Halt. You can easily say that because you have nothing like that. No matter how hard you try to protect, I'll make sure you're the only one standing in that wreckage, miserable and alone. What is it? That's dangerous. What are you doing? I've told you over and over again to not talk without thinking, but you're still like this, doggy. As you know, I'm not very patient. You'll have to be prepared if you want to mess with me. Today, you're a patient I must protect. What? Tonight you won't be able to go anywhere. So let's have a deep conversation as a doctor and a patient, doggy. Thank you so much for supporting me, and please like, share and comment and subscribe to my channel. Bye.